If you could look at my soul right now, it's a golden, Dobby looking goblin that's genderless and has no genitals and is really small and wrinkly but has a nice ass.
Cute and quirky.
That's what my soul would look like. What would your soul look like? Comment below. What is up, my beautiful people? Welcome back to my channel. It's Keara. You already know what this is. We are reacting to my baby gay self on YouTube when I first started my channel when I was a little child. But I was watching like other like get to know me videos and oh my god, I was so innocent. My voice was so high pitched. I was just like so innocent, so sweet. Didn't want to step on anyone's toes. Now I don't give a fuck. No, I'm joking. I'm still like that. I'm still like that. Do you like my new sweater? By the way, I thrifted it. Thank you for the compliment. I'm gonna be reacting to my baby gay self on YouTube, and I'm gonna see if I agree with what I said back then, which I'm not so sure about. I know I said some shit that is not true to this day, and yeah, it'll be funny, it'll be cute. Before we get into the video, make sure you follow me on Instagram and TikTok and subscribe to my channel. Hi! We also just made a Patreon, just the two of us, and we're gonna be putting like unreleased TikToks on there, some cheeky pictures and videos that we don't normally share online in public, so go join us over there!
The link is in the description below!
The first video I'm gonna be reacting to is called Bisexuality, Coming Out and LGBTQ+ Things. First off, I look so cute. Look at this little like Beauty and the Beast, Belle / Cinderella looking vibe I have going on. So for today's video, I am extremely excited because I'm coming at you with an LGBTQ+ themed Q&A. Wow, that was a lot of letters all in one. LGBTQ+ Q&A. The fact that like I used to have to practice the LGBTQ+ acronym in the mirror so that I wouldn't fuck it up because I was the leader of my school's GSA, and every time I had to say it on the announcement I would like get all tongue twisted, so like literally I practiced the shit out of saying the acronym many times in the mirror. All of my really close family and friends know that once I get on the topic of like equality and human rights and like just anything to do with like LGBTQ+, I just can't stop. Like I don't stop ranting, and I have not stopped to this day. It's your lucky day. You're gonna be hearing me talk about this a lot today and for the next 5 years. So the first question is from Twitter, and it's, what is your sexuality? I am a bisexual cis female, and my pronouns are she and her. Okay, notice how the question was, what is your sexuality? And I go, I'm a bisexual cis female, and my pronouns are she, her. I didn't have to say my pronouns, I didn't have to say my gender identity, but I was like,
don't worry, I'm a cis female. I know that I'm a cis female.
Oh, baby Keara. If you're new to my channel, I'm gender fluid and my pronouns are they, them, and she, her, by the way. If you're very confused right now, that's what's going on. That is so cute. Favorite LGBT TV / YouTube couple. Oh my goodness. Okay, literally everyone I watch on YouTube are LGBTQ+. Still true to this day. Minus Jessica Kent, the prison YouTuber. Since I'm watching Shameless right now, I'm gonna have to say Ian and Mickey. They have a special place in my heart. I love you, Ian and Mickey. Hashtag Galovich. Yeah. Fun fact, the first I ever watched was 2 gay men. And it's funny because like I don't like dick, but I like gay men. It's hot, you know? Can you relate or not? Okay. Are you happy being listed and associated under a label? Love you. I love you too. That's a good question because about a year ago I didn't feel comfortable with a label and I didn't want to be associated with the stereotypes of that label, and I just didn't feel like I needed to label myself, which is completely fine. But now I do. I think I've just gotten used to my label and I feel like it's the label that suits me best, You don't have to label yourself. Interesting how I said I didn't at first like associate with bisexual, but like as time went on, I learned to like get used to it. There was probably some missing piece to my like sexual orientation label that like I needed and I was missing, and I think that's pansexuality or just like queer in general. But I love how we just, you know, we grow and evolve, and it's okay to change your label, like I said in this, and like it's okay to come out as one thing and then later realize that no, you're in fact another label. But again, that doesn't mean that bisexuality is not a true and valid label, because it is, and bisexuality is not a phase, and it has never been a phase for me. Bisexuality and pansexuality, they're very, very similar, but that has always been like my core feeling. But I guess just queer and pan, I feel like suit me just a little bit better than bi, but it still rings true, you know. If someone called me bisexual, I'd be like, okay, yeah, like that's true. I'm not gonna say no because it's like, it's super similar to pan. So anyways, this is interesting. Any advice about coming out? Okay, this will be a pretty hefty question. First of all, is it safe in your household and in your community to come out? I would still say that that is like my number one thing that I would say to someone if they asked me, how do I come out? I would still say that, first of all, is it safe in your country, in your community, in your household, within your family, within your school? Is it safe? Is your safety going to be in danger if you come out? And if so, prioritize your safety first. You really honestly don't need to come out. Like, you can if you want to, but there's nothing saying that you really need to. Like, I never sat my family down and was like, hey guys, like, you need to listen. I'm gonna tell you something really important. Like, I did do that in the future, or in the past now, but in the future of this video. I had to come out to my family, kind of like sit them down, not all of them in one room, because my family is very divorced and very split up into a lot of different like pieces. So I kind of had to like do it with my mom, and then do it with my dad and my stepmom, sit down with my grandparents, because it became a much bigger part of my life when I started dating like women, and then eventually when I ended up marrying someone of the same sex. Like, that's kind of important when it comes to that. So I feel like in those situations, coming out might be more necessary, but if it's not something that you really care about telling your family, then you don't. Have you ever had unrequited feelings for a friend? Maybe. You know what? I don't think I have. Because like the one girl I liked in high school, she liked me back. We just like never dated or anything, but the like feelings were mutual. And then after that, like I don't really think there was any other girl. So yeah, I don't know why I said that. Maybe I was just trying to like, you know, get people interested. I don't know. Have you ever told a girl you liked her? Kind of, but she kind of found out through someone else, and then she kind of asked me, and I just confirmed that I did. So I don't really know. When was your— Yes! Jesus. Okay, so like, I feel like I've talked about this girl on my channel before, but she was like my first gay crush in high school, and one of my guy friends, he knew that I liked her, and he was also friends with her. He was friends with both of us. And one night we were at a party, we all got really drunk, and my guy friend told my crush that I liked her, and that really pissed me off. And at first she didn't tell me who, like which friend it was that told her, and then eventually I found out that it was said guy. Yeah, that really pissed me off, but then nothing ended up like coming of it, so it didn't really matter. What are your thoughts on dating trans women? Yeah, I have nothing against dating trans women. The funny thing is, a lot of people say like, are you pan or are you bi? Because honestly, I would not be opposed to dating someone that's like gender neutral or on the gender spectrum, or like a trans woman or a trans man. I totally would. Like, I wouldn't be like, no, that's like, I can't because I'm bi. So I don't know if like the label bi really fits me, but of course I would date a trans woman. Yes, and honey, you will date many people on the gender spectrum after this. Who's your bisexual icon? Ooh, I love this. I have like an LGBTQ+ icon, which is definitely Laverne Cox. But my favorite bisexual icon is probably Hailey Kiyoko. Oh,
How did your family react when you came out? And that was from Harzal. I love you, girl. So my family, overall, my family's really accepting. I mean, they don't really care. It's just like, at the end of the day, it just doesn't change who I am. It's just like, it's the same Keara, but I might like girls as well as boys.
yeah. I think like my family might have still thought that it was a phase at this point in my life, so that's why I was like, they don't really care, they don't talk about it. But as time went on, like it became a bigger issue. But now I would say we were at the point where my family doesn't care anymore. So I feel like we had to get over that hump, and now we're back in a good place. So gender identity, different story. Sexuality, they're fine. They understand.
Do you lean toward either boys, girls, or other, or are they all equal to you? I find that I'm more physically attracted to women, but I'm probably equally romantically attracted to both women and men.
Yes, I would agree with that still. Cute, that was so cute. I love that so much. And yeah, I feel like a lot of things have changed since then. I want to find like another, oh, wait, we can watch How I Knew I Was Bisexual. There we go. Actually, that has 500,000 views, so people are probably still watching that. So I hope that it's still like, the things I'm saying are still true in here. So well, let's take a little peek at this one.
Hello there, my beautiful people. How are you doing? Are you having an amazing day? If not, you are going to have an amazing day after this video because I said so. And you should be smiling right now because why not?
Oh God, that's so like, I feel like back in the days of my early YouTube career, I was kind of leaning on the side of toxic positivity, and like I didn't know that at the time, but looking back I'm like, I didn't really encourage like all the ranges of emotion. I was just like,
You just have to be smiling 24/7. Like, you have to be happy, right? Like, all the time.
which is just not the case, and I feel like that sometimes makes people feel worse. But anyway, I would never say this type of thing now, but I've learned, you know, I was only, how old was I? Like 17 or 18 when I made this video, so I'm gonna cut myself some slack.
And I am a singer and an actress, and I'm also an LGBT activist. Can I call myself that now? I really like making LGBT.
Can I call myself that now?
Am I like an LGBT YouTuber now?
And hopefully this helps you maybe. That's my grandma calling me.
So, what I would do to hear that ringtone again. Oh my God, I didn't mean to get so senti right now. I love how I was like, my grandma, she's calling me, but now I'm like, I wish she called me.
I came out like way later than I could have because of that, because I was like stifling that part of me ever since I was younger.
Yeah, and I would say the same thing with gender identity. If the Catholic Church wasn't such a huge influence on me growing up, then I definitely would have discovered my gender identity and my sexuality way earlier than now.
And at first I didn't really want to label myself. Like, I remember there was this like point in time where I was like, I don't want to label myself, I'm floating in the void. Like, I literally was like, my sexuality is, I'm floating in the void.
I still kind of feel like I'm floating in the void, but I'm floating in the void of my gender identity. Gender fluidity is kind of floating in the void, to be completely honest.
So like, I didn't really identify as bi. I didn't really feel like that label fit me, which is completely cool. Like, you don't have to label yourself. Like, labels are just, you know, labels can be a good thing, but labels also can be kind of restrictive. So it's like up to you if you want to label yourself.
Yes, labels can be very restrictive, and that's probably why queer is my favorite sexuality label, because it's an umbrella term. You know what I mean? Like, I don't limit myself to one sexuality label, because who knows? What if one day I feel a different way, you know? Like, I don't know what's gonna happen, so better to just, you know, I'm queer, I know that I'm queer, and that's why I love that label so much. Even though it is a label, but it's like, you know, an umbrella label.
And now I'm super proud of my identity because it's part of who I am, and God made me this way, and I am glad that I am part of the LGBT community because I can share my story and I can help others through their journey as well.
Oh my god, that's so cute how I'm like,
I'm so proud to be a part of the LGBTQ plus community.
that's such a like baby gay thing to say. And I'm like, y'all, I love you guys. Like you guys are my homies. This is my home. This is my community. Like I feel so much more rooted like in this community now than I did. Like back then I was like, oh, like it's so cool to be a part of it. But now I'm like, I'm deeply inside of it. You know what I mean?
So I'm so grateful that I was put in this position. I've just come to the realization that I'm starting to love myself like more and more every day, and that's so important. Like you need to love yourself in order to love other people and to love your situation, and like even if things aren't going so great in your life, you still gotta love yourself unconditionally.
That is so cute. That is so sweet. And like I've been through ups and downs of like self-love, but it's so funny because right now I feel like I love myself more than I ever did in my whole life. So it's cute how I was like, I'm starting to love myself more and more every day. I still like have a ways to go, but I feel like this is in this period of my life right now, like I'm really genuinely accepting everything about myself and like trying not to hide anymore or push any feelings away.
I realized that I am homosexual and biromantic, which means I am only sexually and physically attracted to women, but I am both romantically attracted to men and females.
Interesting. Well, we all know that I am sexually attracted to women and non-binary people, so that's an extension of that. And I'm romantically attracted to women, men, and non-binary people, so pretty much everyone, pretty much anyone, romantically.
One could argue that I am pan, because
One could argue
because I would date someone that's non-binary or gender neutral.
gender fluid. And I will go on to date multiple people who are on the gender spectrum. That was fun. Thank you so much for going down that little memory lane with me. Let me know what you want to see next on my channel. I love you so much. You are all valid and you are all beautiful. Here's a hug. I have to move this table. Here's a hug. And I will see you in my next video. Mwah.